Okay, so we're going to use Jim Beam Devil's Cut today. This is a bourbon.
Beam itself, it obviously is a bourbon. For any drink to be called a bourbon, there's many rules and stipulations as to how it's made. Contrary to popular belief, it doesn't have to be made in Kentucky. It has to be made in the United States. Has to be made at
51% corn, Kentucky straight, and it's made also with rye, which is quite interesting. Devil's Cut, as Rube said, I'm going to kind of repeat a bit here after. You have the angel share opposite to that.
When you age a spirit, you age it in a barrel in wood. That's where most of the time the colour comes from, because the spirit takes the colour from the wood. There's a process where the spirit evaporates. That's known as the angel share. Why the colour comes from the wood is because what the wood does, it absorbs the spirit.
Everything's kind of squeezed out the wood, so you get that. It then is blended with a 6-year-old Jim Beam also, that kind of goes together along the bottle. Tasty notes are heavy oak, a touch of pepper on the edge. You've got kind of cedar notes, a touch of vanilla. So
I'm going to go straight in with a double shot of the old Jim Beam Devil's Cut. Because it's making 2, so I might as well do 2 lots.
Here is the start of the Sazerac. This is known as a wash. This kind of comes up with the idea of the angel share. So this is just water, ice and absinthe, nothing else. What's going to happen here is that the absinthe's going to stick to the glass and you're going to get the smell when you taste it. And that's the idea of the evaporation, okay?
25ml Devil's Cut. So we're making 2. So I'll do 2 of them.
So I, unlike most, I'm going to start with good, healthy dosage. Jim Beam Devil's Cut. I'm going to use 60 ml.
It's just brown sugar dosed in Angostura bitters. Just in case you're not aware, the reason I put it onto a cloth first is to get the perfect balance between the sugar and the bitters itself. Yeah. So that's going to go straight in.
It's a blueberry sort of. It was going to be a jam, but it hasn't thickened. I used like a ginger mulled wine to reduce it, but apparently alcohol doesn't sort of work.
So a double shot of each. In each. It's the first time I've ever shook. I never shake a competition. Okay, so and then a little bit of sweet vermouth or Italian vermouth. Now this is the idea of the Manhattan.
So 2 of them. These 25ml for each of the vanilla infused Jim Beam White Label. And we're going to use 20ml per cocktail of Mandarin Napoleon.
We've got vanilla notes. I'm going to head in with 5 ml of vanilla. 5 ml, lovely.
What I'm going to do now is just to let that emulsify as I'm grinding it up. I'm just going to add a little bit of sugar syrup to it, just to make it into a paste so it gets a chance to dilute into the alcohol that I'm going to add later on.
So yeah, this drink I think is kind of a reflection of my personality. Strong, gentlemanly, dark, don't laugh.
Straight down station there.
Now judges, there you go, if you want to give these a smell.
So as I said, this is a very, it's an old-fashioned style of drink. Just booze and bitters, stirred down, and it's really nice and smooth.
This, a little bit of garlic first. The spring off the Hawthorne strain, standard Hawthorne strain, will cause when you do accidental whisk.
So it's got a technical point
This
right there.
will take a little bit. So essentially, all you're doing is shaking.
Funnier when I wrote it, so please enough. And now this probably won't strain. This has like got a lot of seeds in it from the blueberries, so it's not going to strain, is it?